Welcome to Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. So viewers request, somebody wanted me to show them how to put a Tournagrip on a racket. Now, I put on this grip probably more than any other grip because this is definitely the hardest grip to put on. There is zero help here that teaches you. There's no starting point. I get people asking me which side is up and which side is down on this grip. So this overgrip is a throwback from the 80s, and they haven't never changed it since then. So the way it was made back then is still the way it's made now. So imagine trying to put this on a leather grip. It's hard, and it really doesn't stay on very well. So today I'm going to show you how to put this on. These are my hacks for how to put on a Tournagrip. All right, let's get started. So first, when we take it out, it's already a pain in the ass. I can already tell you that already. Look, like getting this off, there's no help here either. Getting this tape, right? Right? I guess there's a little help right here to get the red part off. See, I don't even bother with these tapes. I'm trying just to rip this off. There it is. So take that off. See, there's just very little or no help here to put these grips on. Now, the other pain in the butt part of it is there's no part that you can undo here. You basically have to take it off the side and just rip it off like that, because it's a perfect circle like that holding it on. So there's no starting and ending point. So that's a big pain in the ass, right? And then when you get to your grip, these are all rolled up like that. Okay, so I took my first one out. So the other question I get asked about this grip is which one's the top and which one's the bottom. So I get people saying, well, when you take this off, well, that's on the bottom and this is on the top, right? But to me, it looks like it's the opposite, right? Because if you look at the bottom here, the shade's lighter and you can see like the starting point right here. To me, that tells me that's the bottom and that the plastic is protecting the top in which your hand goes on. Because it doesn't make sense for them to be protecting the bottom if this isn't an adhesive, right? Does that make sense? I mean, tell me if I'm wrong. I don't know, I've been doing this side for, over 30 years. So tell me if I've been doing this wrong for 30 years. But the plastic just came off of what you're supposed to handle, okay? All right. So I got a racket that needs gripping here. So the easiest hack to do, you're on the court, you don't have a scissor, you need to put it on. You guys have done this before with other grips, possibly with this grip. Set my over grip, I set this Tournagrip with my thumb and I hold it at the starting point, right? And I line it up with the edges, not just the beginning, but the edges, like way on the bottom. So I make sure everything is covered, the edges included. So I come around, I hold it with my thumb the whole time. I come around once to it, holding it with my thumb, switching fingers, making sure that stays put, okay? So I'm coming around until I connect with where I started, okay, which is about right there, okay? Ooh, see, I missed. So let's try it again. Back to the edge, come back around, Okay. There, right? So as you can see, I'm back, right? But look right there. That's where I started, right? And this is how much I'm gonna have to cover in order to get this held down by this grip, okay? So I'm gonna tension it where it's gonna hold it down, right? And I'm gonna cover it a lot, actually. I'm gonna cover it a lot, right? You see about half of that, maybe, yeah, a little more than half of that's covered. And then I start moving up to the top, right? There, right? And there. So you see that? I've tensioned that pretty well so that that first strip can hold down that that original starting point, okay? So this is covered quite a lot. It's not gonna be barely covered because it's really got to hold that down. And you see these creases? You can't really do a whole lot about them unless you have all day to make it perfect. Now, that's as perfect as probably I can do it. I can take another hour and figure it out, but I don't think we have time for that. So that's as good as you're gonna get. And then with tension, right? And then covering less and less. Maybe like a centimeter, going all the way up. All the way up. All the way up. So now I'm done. As you can see, the bottom isn't gonna come off, right? I've covered the edges so that when I grip it like this, it doesn't cut me, okay? Now, I'm gonna, see, I actually have excess right now. I have excess right now. Now, I always get the Tournagrip XL because that's what most rackets need. If you've ever gotten a Tournagrip before that doesn't say XL, it probably ran short and you probably had to tape it onto the grip. It didn't make it to the racket. So you know what I mean. So you can do a couple things here as I'm getting to the end. We can just tape it around, right? And it'll be at the top here, so nice and high. Or I like to fold it. So I like to line it up to where that tape is, that finishing tape for the replacement grip, right? So I take the top, right, and I fold it with my fingers like that. And then I come around and I line it up with that edge of the finishing tape. See how I lined it up? Okay. And then I take my finishing tape and then I finish it right at the top. Like that. See? Just like that. Okay? That starting point is the hardest thing for everybody. So you just have to, it's just practice and it's just tensioning it perfectly. Like right now, this isn't gonna come off. You just have to come around. If you're used to a pro overgrip, it's never gonna be that easy unless these guys decide to make it that easy. Come around that first time and know that there's gonna be a little bit of extra material right there. As long as you tension it down, you won't notice it when you grip it. Now, if you want to do it perfectly and you're at home, you want to make it perfect, this is what you do. I take a pro overgrip, which is made by Wilson. And if you don't have one, I'll show you what to do too. You can see they make it easy for you. You guys know this, with a nice tapered bottom and a nice little sticky tab on the bottom to make it, to help you put it on ever so pretty and easily. Okay, so we take the Pro over the Tournagrip here now, and we don't take the plastic off, right? We take this, and look, this is if you have the time to do this. So I measure, so I'm going to do the work for you to tell you where to start it from and where to taper it. So it looks like it's about 5 3/4, 5 and a little less than a half. So 5 and, well, let's just say 5 1/4, okay? So measure out about 5 1/4, because that should work out. Get a scissor. So the 5 1/4 mark is right there. You basically just cut it and then you just taper it to the end. Doesn't have to be pretty. All we're doing is just setting something up here. Okay. Okay. So just like that. Just like that, right? Get rid of that part. Okay, so now we have a starting point. Okay. This thing's pretty bad. Look at this. So again, with my thumb, right? So the tapered side is going to be on the edge side of this butt cap, okay? So it's going to be lined up and come around the bottom of this. Okay, so again with the thumb. All the way around. Shoot, see? It doesn't stick, but I'll show you. I'm going to show you a third way too if you really want to do it. If you really have to have the sticky and this is too big of a pain for you. See, look. Now I'm going to come around. See, I came around once and I'm already tensioning it, right? And it's holding. Look, I'm not doing anything. So now I can do it just like a Pro overgrip now. I can go less and less. Right at the top now. Okay. So that looks a lot better, right? Just by me cutting off that edge. Now I can trim off the top and then tape it down, right? Now, I'm gonna take it off and give you the third, and probably if you have the time to do this hack, I do this for leather grips because this doesn't stick to leather very well. If you have double-sided tape, this would be even easier. You put a little double-sided tape, like maybe just around the bottom, the first layer, and then go around it. But most people don't have double-sided tape. So I'm gonna just use Scotch tape. So what do? I go to the edge, I take the Scotch tape. That might be too much. All I need is a little. All you need is like that much, okay? So you tape just the edge. I don't know if you guys can hopefully see that. I just tape that little bit of it down, maybe a centimeter of it down, right? And I come and I push it like that. okay? So suddenly I have a starting point now, right? Oop, that came off. Let's try that again. Okay. So I just take some of that there, and hold it down just like that. Okay. So all I want to do is just hold the tab down. That's all I want to do. So I'm going to hold it down too, just in case. It looks like it's holding now. So I'm going to come around once again, right? When I hit that corner right there, I start moving up. Okay. See how that tab is, that Scotch tape is holding it down, see? Right? So now I can just proceed to finish my grip up. So this hack is good for if you're doing leather, especially, because something's gonna have to hold that down. That pressure, after a while, just lets go because it's so slippery. So you need like a little bit of double-sided tape on that first layer would help a lot. Try just a Scotch tape to hold the tip down if it's like a leather grip or one of these grips. So again, I'm at the end, and then all I do is always go low butt cap to head when you cut. So the reason being, I want to keep this edge because this is what makes it look lined up and pretty, okay? I see a lot of people going low to high, high to low, right? So you get a nice ugly edge right here, okay? You want this edge to be, So you want this edge to remain straight so it lines up with this, so it looks pretty. You don't want to cut from high to low because you'll get an ugly edge that won't line up pretty with the rest of these, okay? I'll show you. Right? So you do that. Throw that away. You see this edge here? It's still straight, right? It'll look just like that. It'll look pretty. See when I finish? See all the edges look straight, right? If you cut it the other way, these won't look good, okay? I don't know if you can see that, but the lines won't look good. And I always use finishing tape. The finishing tape they give you is usually not very good. It doesn't stay very well. So tape it down, come back around, make sure you have it all the way. You're done, right? So those are the 3 hacks that I have for putting on a Tournagrip. If you have other ways, let me know. But these are the ways I do it. If I have time, I'll definitely trim it down. If I don't, I'll do it step number 1, the first way. Just come back all the way around, tension it down, and make sure that there's tension around that first turn so that it holds it all down. If you want it to be, feel like a pro overgrip and have it tapered, make sure you just trim the bottom, just like how a pro overgrip looks, and then proceed with your grip. If you're doing a leather or you just can't get it to stay down, use a little Scotch tape in the beginning to hold it down. No matter which way you choose, you are still going to have to tension that first go around. So you make sure you push and hold it down, or else it will not stay. You guys know that already. Whether you use the Tournagrip, the Tournattack, or the mega attack in these 3-packs or 12-packs or 30-packs, it's all going to be a big pain in the ass. If you guys already use it, you know. So try these 3 hacks to see if it makes it easier for you. Ask me if you have any other questions. Feel free to ask. If you have any suggestions on future videos, let me know. Thank you for watching Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis.